What is it?
I killed the drug lord.
Strange, admitting to a guard you killed a human? I jest. You've done well. Now, take your payment and go.
Maybe you should disappear.
Me? I don't get it.
Deal Fistek again, and I'll make sure you're never found.
Okay, don't worry. I'm a law enforcement officer.
Farewell, Jethro. Remember what I said.
What are they doing here? I think I might say is how the fuck did they get here? That'll be our next problem. Okay, that's really annoying. Never tell you, save you. What? They go fucking wrecked.
You're a witcher?
Yes, I am.
You have an assignment for me, milady?
Yes. I know witches are inhumanly effective, and for coin, they'll undertake any task.
Not entirely true, but what's your point?
So physical and rough, unlike my husband. I enjoy men like that.
Milady, you're wrong.
Don't deny it. Perhaps you don't fancy me?
Oh no, I fancy you.
Prove yourself to me. I want a piece of some monster. My husband's away. Care to visit?
Lead, milady.
Geralt of Rivia, I presume.
Who wants to know?
I have a message from mutual friends. Don't meddle in affairs that do not concern you.
I have a message for these mutual friends.
Go on.
They should talk to me themselves.
Fret not. Your paths will cross.
Put matters right, Witcher.
Noble sir.
Are you propositioning me?
No, sir. I await a proposition from you. Lovely gift. You impress me. Come. Pleasures await.
How can I help?
What is this place?
A factory. Were you raised in the woods?
Actually, I was raised in the woods.
Then behold, the newest factory in Temeria. We manufacture more arms than all sword makers combined. Yes?
Who owns the factory?
The shareholders prefer anonymity.
Can I contact them?
I'll pass along a message.
Can I purchase arms?
Sorry, no individual customers.
Who are these swords for?
Confidentiality requires. Wait, industrial spy, are you?
Just curious.
I would tell you, but for the confidentiality clause.
So, a contract.
Quiet, or court spies will hear us.
The royal court imposed secrecy. Can't the royal court know about the order?
Quiet, I beg you. Certain agents I can speak with openly, while others I can't.
I get it. There are two factions at court, one of which ordered weapons while the other remains ignorant.
I've said too much. Don't repeat this anywhere.
Just one more thing. What do you do?
I'm developing a philosopher's stone. I'll share with you the gold obtained from the transmutation of lead and throw in free the guarantee of eternal youth.
Seriously?
I'm from the University of Oxenfurt. They hired me to improve the composition of the steel in arms production.
Too brittle?
Too expensive. It's nearly iron and very contaminated.
Do you have alchemical ingredients for sale?
I'm a scholar, not an alchemist. I despise superstition.
Isn't alchemy a science?
Rubbish. Magic and alchemy will disappear from the world. Science alone will remain.
My friend Kalkstein considers himself an alchemist.
Kalkstein? We laugh at him.
Metamorphoses? Not bad.
Can you imagine such insanity as the concept of substance codependence?
Kalkstein denies that all substances are codependent. His hypothesis pertains to primary substances only.
What a fool idea to divide substance in the first place.
Secondary substances don't appear of themselves. The distinction is justified.
I won't dwell further. Simply put, our argument turns on the essence of matter, the main argument against Kalkstein. By what miracle can the codependence of primary substances predicate the possibility of animating inanimate matter if in this so-called spiral of pseudo-life only 5 substances find place while coexistence presupposes the presence of 6? Kalkstein contradicts himself.
After transmutation, substances continue to attach and detach from the chain. There are always 6.
True. Why didn't I think of that? I wasted a year in seminar. The solution was obvious.
Have I convinced you about Kalkstein?
Not so fast. One more question, which will doubtless baffle you.
Yes?
What practical application can Kalkstein's theories have, even if legitimate?
According to Kalkstein's theories, you could construct a golem.
True. I must find my copy of Metamorphosis.
Good luck.
I never suspected you harbored such intelligence. Accept these books. You'll use them best.
Thank you. Till next time.
Yes?
I'm here about the notice.
Do you have 5 cockatrice feathers?
Certainly.
Thank you. Now sign the receipt. Next.
Yes?
Work at Town Hall?
Unoriginal. You'll have to try harder.
You're a naughty girl.
Naughty girls get the cleverest ideas.
I'm getting some pretty clever ideas myself.
Not so fast. Where's my gift?
What's your whim?
Guess what naughty, spoiled girls like best? Let's go where we can be alone.
Lead, milady.
What a stench.
Curses! I spilled the chef's famous white sauce on some dame's red gloves. I sense trouble.
Can I help?
How?
I can give you coin for gloves, and you can pay the woman.
Truly you are a darling man. Wonderful. Thank you.
There you are.
I'll tell you a secret you cannot betray as your reward. These are wives' tears. It sobers up the biggest drunkard in an instant.
This should be useful.
I'm tired.
Lovely inn. You must host many an illustrious guest.
True, though not many since this state of emergency.
Any other interesting customers?
You are nosy. Terrible fault. I have a terrible fault too. I'm greedy as hell.
Then I wish you many wealthy customers.
It's hot in this thing.
A witcher? They said your kind was extinct.
Very nearly. I'm Geralt.
I'd rather not reveal my true name, my knightly vows. If you wish, you may call me Patrick de Wazy.
Of the, Flaming Rose?
Indeed, I'm a member. Perhaps you could lend me some assistance.
With what?
My sister. Will you hear her story? One day we found her unconscious in bed. Blood trickled from fang marks on her neck. We had no doubts. A vampire.
Fang marks don't necessarily mean a vampire.
These clearly did, for after a time, my sister disappeared. She must have been transformed and then escaped.
If she is a vampire, I'll have to...
Above all, I would like you to find her. Confirm our suspicions.
All right. I'll look for your sister.
You should have no trouble recognizing her. None can ignore her azure eyes. She is a slim, beautiful blonde.
I'll do what I can.
Geralt, I'm glad you're here.
I'm not in the mood for music, Dandelion. We'll talk later.
Geralt, I promised to perform for all these people and I don't have my lute.
Then you have a problem.
Geralt.
What happened to your lute?
Long story. Tell you over a drink? Ugh, forgot how tough you were.
Got up the courage to tell me about the lute?
I guess. My lute's at the home of a rich merchant. The house is on the west side of Salt Square. And I can't possibly leave. The crowd awaits.
Why wouldn't you tell me earlier?
Well, the merchant caught me giving his daughter lessons.
In what?
Relax, Geralt. Music.
All right. I'll fetch your lute.
Wonderful.
See you.
Leave my daughter in peace. It's compensation for pain and suffering. The loot is in a trunk upstairs. I'm gonna...
Who are you?
Geralt of Rivia, Witcher. I apologize for the intrusion.
That's all right. I'm terribly bored since Papa caught the troubadour Dandelion here. No one sees me.
That's why I'm here.
Why didn't he come himself? Perhaps it's just as well. You look promising too.
I'm here about the lute.
I figured. Somehow he hasn't been singing love songs under my window since Father caught us. By the way, I hope you didn't hurt Papa.
We settled matters.
Why should I give up the lute? After all, Dandelion won't come to see me anymore.
He's like that.
If I give it to you, he'll use it to serenade some other victim.
If you give up the lute, it'll prove he's nothing to you. You dumped him.
Yes, he fell at my feet. He proposed, but I refused.
I would stop short of the marriage proposal. No one would believe it.
Am I not good enough for that scoundrel?
It's more his problem.
If you knew how many tears I've shed for that idiot. Take the lute and go. Leave me to suffer.
Can I cheer you up somehow?
Embrace me. I heard once that a witch's touch is, special.
Causes a slight tingling. Let me show you.
Geralt.
Here's your lute.
Great. I owe you one. I need to prepare.
When's your performance?
After 8 at night. Come if you want.
If I can.
May I ask who referred you?
I found this place myself.
If you're any good, welcome. If you've a taste for food or drink, ask the bar wench.
Who runs this place?
Those questions attract the wrong attention. Suffice to know this house is owned by the entrepreneurs who disagree with the limitations of the emergency state. They wish to provide entertainment to the hard-working residents of the city.
I get it.
Enjoy yourself.
A game of dice?
Choose another table if you're not serious. Only large wagers at this one.
I don't play too well.
Go practice elsewhere. Curious.
Here we are. Wipe that frown off your face. You'll be fine.
Can't we go back to your place? Make sure I have no internal injuries.
Later, Geralt. Come on. This isn't so bad. Let's mingle.
Mm-hmm.
Geralt, have you met Taller?
Taller? Here?
Let me introduce my master, the Honorable Erkin von Blunt.
Good day, sir.
Erkin has taken a vow of silence and thus cannot answer. You must be wondering why he is here.
Indeed.
He has made numerous vows in his life, one of which is to protect the royal family. Sadly, for unknown reasons, Princess Ada holds little respect for him. Vows, however, must be honored, whatever the circumstances.
And how are you involved? Are you bound by his vows by extension?
He authorized me to speak on his behalf, and I serve as his advisor.
Of course. We shan't be bothering you. Come, Geralt.
Curses. I'm drunk.
He speaks.
I broke my vow. I swore on a heron.
A heron?
Nonsense. Tala hired me to come incognito to the feast.
You blew it.
No scene, please. This ring will get you in the house of the night. Half price.
Geralt, allow me to introduce Burgomeister Velerad.
Charmed.
Greetings. It's been a while.
Velerad is King Foltest's right hand.
No need for formal introductions. If you wish to open a factory or a shop, kill a monster, or petition the king, you must come to me.
I'll remember that.
Excuse us, Burgomeister, but we need to say hello to the other guests.
Geralt of Rivia and Triss Merigold, welcome.
Greetings.
I thank you for coming. Look about the room and you will see the entire kingdom represented.
We thank you for your invitation.
Forgive me, I must return to my duties. I'm certain we'll speak later.
Milady, allow me to present the sorceress Triss Merigold, and...
Duet, I know who stands before me. We know each other, do we not, Witcher?
One could say so, Princess.
A princess indeed, though I do not always feel like one. So many duties. You could not imagine, Witcher. Why do you stare? Is my dress displeasing?
Forgive me, milady, but even the finest dress would pale in comparison to you.
Mind your tongue, mutant.
Duet, I will decide if and when I am offended.
Your Highness, he is an aberration.
Silence. It was a nicety. Leave us for now.
You've met everyone who's anyone. I need to speak with Luvarden. You behave yourself. Beware of anyone who tries to pry information from you.
From me? But I'm just a witcher.
Don't be fooled. Anything you say may have political ramifications.
Enjoying yourself?
Exquisitely. Not enough food, nowhere to sit, and nothing but small talk. And I may be the only one here not involved in one of the many schemes or secret alliances being forged.
It's a sign of the times, new customs and fashions. You think it better to show the Nilfgaardian we're barbarians? That we can't distinguish between a fork and a comb? That the only way we know how to feast is to get blind drunk and roar lusty songs while slapping the serving wenches on their arse?
I'm a relic, Someone from the past, so I'm rather attached to the old customs. Never understood nor liked the new ones. But really, Taller, why are you here?
I'm a patriot. I've the good of the kingdom at heart. A kingdom threatened by the schemes and alliances you were observant enough to note.
I said I was an old-fashioned witcher. Be straight, like Taller the Fence would be.
Taller the Fence does nothing for free.
Taller the Fence is a scoundrel who'd prefer the Temple District not know he consorts with the cream of Vizima society.
Have it your way. Let me tell you, friend, a serious slashfest is in the works. One without pardon. The defeated will be picked apart by crows. You'll be forced to fight for a new order, comrade, or against it. We will fight for our traditions and customs, for our land and our women.
Who's this enemy? Who wants to steal our women?
I wouldn't deceive you. I think you're one of us. It's a cause we share. I don't know the enemy yet, but I will soon, and when I do, the time of the sword and the axe will come. Blood will flow in the streets. And know this, comrade, there will be no room for your neutrality.
Who exactly are you? And be straight with me, comrade.
Temerian intelligence. I execute the king's direct orders. I find traitors, rats, and foreign agents. I'm a spy.
A highly placed spy.
I can't deny it. May I ask a personal question? The amphibians you're after, are they a personal matter or an ideological one?
Both.
Care to explain?
They robbed me and killed a friend. They're criminal, evil. Salamandra upsets the balance. As a witcher, I can't ignore that.
Got it. Thank you for being candid.
Excuse me for a moment. We'll talk later.
Speak freely, Geralt, but no politics.
I want to ask about the princess.
No politics.
About the curse.
Shh. I could use something stronger. Fine. Ask...
Does the princess have strange dreams?
How would I know? I've not spoken to Ada without one of those bastards from the Order prisons.
Any strange behavior?
You're awfully close to treason.
I'm not asking out of want for political influence.
Our sweet princess is completely normal. Well, her head's a little messed up.
Is she aggressive?
On occasion, but not unusual for a spoiled damsel. I don't know, she's...
What?
Well...
Spit it out.
She needs a man to give her a proper lay.
Right.
Must go.
Later.
Witcher, you may approach. Duet, fetch me some wine. From that page boy at the end of the room.
Your Highness?
We may speak freely now. Geralt, tell me about witchers, and please, don't hide behind your code.
What are you asking, milady?
What is your view on politics? To me, politics is like an encounter with a lover. Would you agree?
The similarities are evident.
Allow me one jest, Witcher.
Very well.
A countess said to a count, "Shall I have dinner served?" What a waste. Perhaps we might go for a walk. What a waste. May I ask a riddle then? Very well. What is warm, hairy, and dives into holes? A cock. Not at all. A mouse. A mouse in a cunt. What a waste. Never mind. Back to our lovers ambulating about the room. You see, Witcher, politics is not unlike a tryst. It begins with foreplay, glances, conversations. Behold that witch with Luvarden. Now look to our noble Erkin and the courtiers. The dance grows bolder, fondling and such. Then one is consumed by the desire to come together roughly, like animals. Finally, one is left with sad, passionless copulation. Velerad and Duet, for instance.
Excuse me, Your Highness. Sore throat.
We are adults, Geralt. We both know the desires of men.
You may be right, Your Highness. Power, sex, power, they both come down to one thing. Fucking others. May I ask you a question?
Go on.
What is the king's stance on this topic? I mean politics, of course.
Ugh, dull? I have grown hungry, and there is naught worth eating at this feast. I tire of partridge tongues and caviar. What do I most desire? I have it. I will answer your ever so dull question if you bring me what I most desire.
I shall return shortly, Your Highness. What does the princess like to eat?
Find me a stronger drink and we'll speak.
Will do.
Ah, much better. The princess had a hard childhood. It left her with a penchant for raw meat. We tried to keep that quiet, but...
I see. Anything else?
Tala's angry. His intelligence agents scour the realm to fetch her treats.
Thanks.
Geralt.
Any idea what the princess's favorite dish might be?
We have to know shit like that. As special agents, people of the shadows.
Calm down. What's the dish?
Tala does nothing for free. Go to the next room and fetch the letter from the box with the Temerian coat of arms. Be discreet.
But...
Then I'll tell you Ada's favorite dish.
Why are you here?
Huh? I was looking for the privy.
In that box?
Point for you. Truth is, I was hoping for a superior drink.
The wine does taste watered down.
I found some liquor. Try some?
Gladly.
A stupid idea.
Castle's done according to the guidance of the craftsman has already gone for gold, gone for good. Make sure that all the other traces vanish. Nobody should be able to prove that we were responsible for the forgery or find a connection between me and your superior. We know what to do about the rest. Take care of the Witcher.
How'd it go?
Smoothly. Here's the letter.
You'd make a fine agent. I exaggerate. A goat would be just as good.
Start talking. What's Ada's favorite dish?
Catoblepis.
What?
Some time ago, this maniac who looked a lot like you arrived in Vizima claiming that nothing surpasses finely prepared catoblepas meat.
You're joking.
Not a bit. Since then, my men have been hunting catoblepas throughout the continent in secret. At market, it costs more than a good whore.
How's the meat prepared?
That's the Burgermeister's business. I smuggle in catoblepas, but I wouldn't know how to cook it.
Geralt.
This is important, Triss.
What's important?
Ada knows something. I think I can get it out of her.
Really?
That spoiled little vixen, well, she wants some catoblepas. Rare would be best.
Are you kidding?
No. Triss, could you conjure up something, please?
Sorcery at parties is considered very unseemly.
I'll create a distraction.
I'll do better myself. Catoblepis steak. Rare for the princess.
Thank you, Triss.
You know I can conjure up orgasms, too.
I think I prefer traditional methods. I'll find you after I've spoken with Ada.
Do you have something tasty for me?
Steak tartare of catoblepis. Raw meat with a pinch of pepper and an uncooked yolk.
You know how to please a woman.
It is an honor to serve you, Your Highness.
I shall grant you a private audience. Come to my alcove in 5 minutes. We shall dabble in politics. Finally, politics it shall be, but quietly. We should not be heard.
Your Highness promised me an answer.
What are you waiting for? Undress.
Your Highness.
I shall answer in due course. But first, I must know if those legends about your sword are true.
As you command.
I should think so.
Geralt, I spoke with Declan.
And?
The two of you should talk.
What's so worthy of my time?
Don't be so quick to judge. He'll make you an offer, one I think you should accept.
Sure you're not using me as one of your tools?
Only in bed, Witcher. Only in bed.
I'll find you later.
I'm glad you've come.
What is it?
The old saying goes, any enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Get to the point.
Geralt, I urge you to change your tone. Listen to what Declan has to say.
Let me guess. You have dirty work needs doing and thought a witcher with amnesia perfect for the job.
Exactly. Will you help destroy Salamandra?
I'll help, but it hardly means we're friends.
Wonderful. It's as we've heard. All secret societies need gold. Fistek yields the largest profits for Salamander. Our spies say there's a new Salamander camp in the swamps. The herbs are harvested, then conducted to another base in Vizima's temple quarter.
A swamp and slums again. Great.
We're confident you can destroy both camps. If you discover papers, evidence that might aid us, return to me.
Yes, sir. Permission to commence mission, sir.
Both camps are new, without sure defenses. A simple matter for you. The Salamanders would slaughter groups of humans easily.
Much simpler to sacrifice one witcher. I'll return once I have new information.
See me tomorrow if you need help. Triss obtained this formula especially for you.
Witcher, reveal yourself as an honest man or a coward.
What do you want, DeWitt?
That scoundrel Taller. He refuses to abide by a royal edict.
What edict?
The royal edict bearing the very seal of our merciful ruler Foltest that strips him of his position. By the authority vested in me, etc., etc., Taller is hereby dismissed from his position as head of the Temerian Intelligence Service.
And Taller objects? You're kidding?
Yes. Show yourself a real patriot. Kill that pleb.
Damn lies. The edict is a fake. This dickless, brainless, sellout zealot burns to see me eliminated.
Silence, lice-ridden scab. You will hang, traitor. Geralt, bring me that pleb. He needn't be in one piece.
Taller walks.
You will regret this, Witcher.
Thanks for your help, Geralt.
You best disappear for a while.
Good idea, but I must speak with you.
Later. I need to do something.
Fine. Meet me at the new Narracourt.
Damned recruits.